Hey Blue Jays, it's Miss Inky again, and I am here to show you about a new database. We've done Britannica, we've done EBSCO. Next, we are going to go to Gale. I love Gale. Gale has so much information. All right. Now remember, on my apps, I went through Library Media online databases. Click here to view username and password. I'm pretty sure it's not going to ask you for a username, but it will ask for a password, which is easy because it's the same as all the others except for EBSCO, which is the oddball, and it's FWISD. All right. So we've got ebooks, we've got academic one file, we've got general one file, high school, opposing viewpoints, science. Let's see, what are we going to do? One file, education resource, high school edition. Spanish news, Gale literature, Chilton Library, Gale in context, middle school. That's the one we're going to use. You could also use kid info bits, but I think we're ready for middle school. So let's click on the middle school one. See if it asks us to log in. It's usually really good about saving that, but maybe it didn't. Okay, so remember it's FWISD. It didn't ask for your username, so don't worry about it. Just put in the password. And it worked. Hooray. Okay, now we could go and, scroll through this and read about Rosa Parks or browse topics, but I know what I'm studying, so I'm going to put in there, or researching, and it's Hawaii. I'm still looking for stuff on Hawaii. So I put it in, and again, Hawaii's a pretty general term to search for, but it shows us what we get. We've got 53 reference, 142 audio, creative works 1, biographies 10, magazines 1600, images 147, news 1667, videos 10, and primary sources 10. That's awesome. So reference, it starts with Pearl Harbor attack, biographies, Queen Liliuokalani, George Ariyoshi. He was governor when I lived in Hawaii. Let's see, we've got different pictures. Let's look at the images. So I'm going to look at the images, and there's a map. Let's look at this map and see if that will work for my project. It's pretty small. Let's see. Will it let us get any bigger? Nope. But if I want to use this, and maybe I can make it bigger on my project, I can save image as, and it's 000552223. That's not going to help me remember, so I'm going to put in Hawaii map small, because it's a small one. And I'm going to save it, and it's saved as a JPEG. Okay, these are all the islands. Here's the little islands compared. That is not where we are, mind you. Compared to here, we're like out over here in the Pacific. But they put it there, and Alaska there, just because that's where there's room. Okay, Oahu, that's where Miss Inky grew up, right in this little bay right there, Kaneohe Bay. Okay, now remember, we have to use the MLA version to cite our source. So I'm going to click on MLA. And this is what it is already. So it defaulted there. I'm going to select it and copy. I Control-C to copy it. I'm going to go into my Word document and I am going to paste it. I have to put my cursor there first before it'll paste. And there we go. State of Hawaii. And we have our source on here. Remember, whatever you're using, you have to say where you get it from. Now let's go back. I'm going to go to results. And let's look at the videos they have. Volcanologist, living with lava, intersection, Hawaiian roots. Let's see what this one is. It looks very short.
When the Hawaiians would enter into the native forests, they would say a chant asking for permission to enter.
Okay, so you can hear what they're talking about, and it's talking about the roots of Hawaii, not actual tree roots, but the culture and the background of Hawaii. Okay, I'm going to pause it. If I get any information off of this, right, what do I have to do? Cite it. So I can come up here. Where's my cite? Maybe I lost it. Maybe it's at the bottom. Let's look at the bottom. Here we go. It's already in MLA. That's exactly what I need. I'm going to highlight. I'm going to Control C to copy it. This was fighting me. And I'm going to paste it on this page. Maybe. Now, again, it's out of alphabetical order, but that's okay because we're going to fix that later at the very end after we get all our resources sorted. Okay. Also, remember, if you get anything from here, right, you have to put in your own words unless you're quoting. So if I wanted to say, quote, I just want to quote, say, here in Waikani, in the upper regions of the valley, is principally we have a forest restoration project. So we could put in Waikani, so I could quote this. Okay. And it's wanting me to highlight the text, but I just want to copy it. Let's see if it'll let me copy it. Yep. And I could put that in quotes into my project. Remember that anything you get, you have to put in your own words. All right, let's go back to results. So I don't have to put in Hawaii again. Let's look at primary sources. Again, primary sources are awesome. They are accounts from people who were there, or they're the documents or the words that were used at that time. Let's look at annexation of Hawaiian Islands to the United States. Okay, so this is a joint resolution, which, again, this wasn't the original paper, but it's the original words, and that's why it's a primary source. We can look at this. We could say what they did about annexing it. Once I write down my notes in my own words, remember, in your own words, I am going to take this, highlight, copy, Control C copy, paste it on my page. And there we go. Okay. Like I said, Gale has a lot to offer. It has so many things. Oh, there's my site at the top right there. So at the top or the bottom. So many things to offer. Newspaper articles, primary sources, references, biographies, magazines, images, and videos. So get to it. All right.